Does your son know what every sin deserves? Does your daughter know why she was created? Catechize your children. Hey, Pastor John here with a word on catechisms in the Christian home. Hey, welcome back everybody. Today I would like to talk with you parents, parent to parent, and with you grandparents and those of you who are in a position of supporting Christian families. God has tasked parents, fathers in particular, with the weighty and awesome responsibility of raising up children in the knowledge and admonition of the Lord. In the familiar words of Deuteronomy chapter 6, "Hear, O Israel, the Lord your God, the Lord is one. You shall love the Lord your God with all of your heart, with all of your soul, with all of your strength. And these words which I command you today shall be in your heart. You shall teach them diligently to your children. You shall talk of them when you sit in your house, when you walk by the way, when you lie down, and when you rise up." We are called to teach our children diligently, intentionally, and continually as part of the normal fabric of our home lives. But if we're to be honest with one another, it's hard in our fast-paced and often kid-focused culture to be as intentional and consistent as we would like to be. It's hard to be as thorough and systematic as we need to be. I catch myself being far too passive when it comes to this stewardship from God. There are many ways of being diligent in teaching God's truth in the home. But I'd like to highlight one tool that has been used since the days of the early church: catechisms. Now, if you were like me, you might be thinking, isn't that a Catholic thing? And it's true. The Roman Catholic religion and some Protestant denominations are where our minds go when we hear the word catechism. And depending on your background, it might come with some baggage. But the concept of catechism is quite simple. It's a system of teaching that employs questions and answers. That is, memorizing answers to a set of fundamental questions. The early church taught new believers the fundamentals of the faith through this question and answer format. During the Reformation, as God's word is once again being held up and taught as authority, catechisms were produced by several of the reformers as a way to instruct and teach the essentials and distinctives of the faith. Charles Spurgeon adapted a catechism for use in his congregation, and he writes this:
"I am persuaded that the use of a good catechism in all our families will be a great safeguard against the increasing errors of our times, and therefore I have compiled this little manual from the Westminster Assemblies and Baptist Catechisms for the use of my own church and congregation. Those who use it in their families or classes must labor to explain the sense, but the words should be carefully learned by heart, for they will be understood better as years pass. May the Lord bless my dear friends and their families evermore," is the prayer of their loving pastor.
Truth is a safeguard against the errors of our time. This system of learning biblical answers to fundamental questions by heart And working through the meaning of these answers is a wonderful, time-tested method of diligently and systematically teaching the essentials of our faith to a new generation. There are many great resources available today. Some good catechisms that may need tweaked just a little bit to fit our convictions on certain topics. So as always, let's be good students of God's Word. One resource that we've used as a family is called Truth and Grace Memory Book, edited by Tom Askell, which includes a wonderful catechism for various age levels. But if you've never worked through a catechism as a family, let me commend to you the great blessing that it could be in your home. So until next time, may the word of Christ dwell in you richly, in all wisdom, and in all our homes.